you're going to get Tito in next year against Rogerio Nogueira. Can you talk about the decision to put Tito back in there? Because I think after the last fight, a lot of people thought maybe you were going to cut him.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was going to cut him too. What do you want me to ask?
Just the decision to.
Yeah,
the decision
I don't know.
to put him in there.
You know what? I talked to Tito, and me and Tito had a conversation, and Tito said I'm not done. I feel healthy. I feel good, and asked me for one more chance. So I'm going to do it.
Is this a last chance?
I'm not the evil bastard everybody thinks I am.
Do you think this is his last chance?
This is definitely his last chance. Definitely, and he knows that too. Good for him, man. Yeah, I'm happy for him. She's a good girl. It's good for him. You know, the new Chuck Liddell, since he's been with her, man, this guy's always in shape. He's eating right, hiking and shit. I like it.
Does this mean he gets one more shot? Just the married Chuck Liddell gets a shot in the UFC?
Nope. Nope.
Has he tried to fit you on it? Because he still doesn't.
We really, seriously, we sat down and we talked about it, you know, a few months ago, and he let me know how he felt, and I let him know how I felt, and we really haven't talked about it since.
Where'd you get the shirt?
I've had this shirt. I've been saving it. Yeah, everybody's been asking me that. I don't know. I honestly, I swear to God, you guys, I really have not even thought about it yet.
Is there anything special planned for the final WC event? Anything out of the ordinary that?
Not off the top of my head, no. Yeah, great fight. I mean, listen, you never go wrong. There's always great fights. So
The winner of the bantamweight fight, will he walk out with the UFC
UFC
title?
Folks, we got about 3 more questions.
Does Hughes have it in him to make another run at the title? I mean, if he wins Saturday, that's 4 straight.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I think that you know, Matt Hughes is capable of doing anything. He's looked good in his last couple of fights, and people keep asking me what I think these guys, how these guys are preparing and what their game plan is. I think these guys have fought twice already. I think the way that Hughes won his fight is what Hughes is going to plan on trying to do this time. I think the way that BJ won his fight is what he's going to plan on doing, or try to keep this thing standing. You know, BJ has phenomenal stand-ups.
Matt seems kind of nonchalant about it, like he just wants to, I'll take fights, and he just wants to have fun in there, he keeps saying. Do you think if he wins, he all of a sudden ramps it up another level?
I mean, that's a great attitude and everything, but the reality is, for Matt Hughes, when Matt Hughes was in his prime and everything, all you used to hear about were these stories about how Hughes really didn't train that much. He was just this freak of nature. He's leaving his family and going to Jeremy Horn's gym. He's taking this serious. If Matt Hughes left town to go train, he took this fight very serious, and I'm sure he's going to be in great shape. Listen, doing this stuff is hard. You train for the fights, then you got to go out and do the media and answer the same questions over and over and over again, and blah, blah, blah. Man, movies 10 times that. I mean, he had to travel all over the world promoting that movie. So,
Do you think that affected him?
I do. How could it not? How could it not affect you, you know, traveling that much and doing all the stuff that he had to do for that movie?
So now that he's back focused on fighting, you know, are we going to see the old Rampage, or do you think the sport's changed on him?
He looked good. He looked good today. I mean, the weigh-ins are tomorrow. He looks lean. He looks like he's in great shape. Not saying much, you know, not his normal, you know, joking a lot. He started to pep up there at the end, but, you know, I saw him backstage. I said, he didn't really talk. He seems pretty focused to me.
I guess, especially in terms of the title picture.
Yeah, well, the reality is this is where he makes his money. This is where the money is, you know? Money isn't in the movie business unless you're Clooney, you know? So, yeah, I think he's taking...
Do you think Quinton may have been hurt a little bit during the last fight with Rashad? In the conference call, he said that he wasn't feeling well. He didn't really want to go into detail, but
Who was that?
Quinton Rampage. He mentioned that he may have he was a little dinged up, or he didn't go into specifics. Did he tell you anything about how he was feeling during that fight?
No, usually before a fight, we'll know if guys are a little banged up or whatever. I've never heard anything about it.
How do you think he's going to respond now training at home? Do you think it's better for him, or do you think it doesn't matter with Rampage?
I just think as long as he's focused on fighting in his training camp and you know, doing what he needs to do. Rampage is nasty, man. He can knock you out with either hand. His takedowns are great. He can ground and pound you. I think he's going to use, you know, this is what I would assume. He's going to use his takedowns to throw Machida off and then try to get in there close enough to knock him out. You know, nobody knew how great that chin was, and Shogun, you know, after Shogun, this guy can be knocked out. So I think that's what Rampage is going to do, probably go for the knockout.
Bring back the UFC prelim specials for next year.
What do you mean, on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I knew the deal ran through the end of this year, but
Yeah, we'll get that figured out.
Are you-
Yeah.
are you guys
I
pleased
love
with
having
them
the
overall?
prelims on TV. I love it.
Do you know if it makes a direct impact on the pay-per-view buys? Do you?
I'm sure it does. I mean, I don't know exactly, but I guarantee you it does. It has to. And, you know, it's cool to be able to give people some free fights and then have them bounce over to, and it's all about showcasing as many guys as we possibly can. Does anybody have any more that somebody didn't get to ask? Or
Just one final one, if you don't mind.
yeah, and I'll give you one too.
Did you guys talk at all with Jay Haran? I know he just signed with Bellator, but had you guys been in talks with him at all?
You know what? I don't know if Joe Silva had or not. I honestly don't know the answer to that question.
I'll try.
We didn't announce it?
I don't believe so.
I think middleweight,
Oh.
light heavyweight.
Okay.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
If we did, then that was it. There you go. Dude, I'm serious. I need to get back in the office and get